बरेली में तू बीच बाजारी जब हुस्न दिखाने जाएगी, होश उड़ाने वाली शौक नजर के जो पेच लड़ाने जाएगी.
So I'm here to talk about Rocky or Rani.
राय बरेली में तू बीच बाजारी जब हुस्न दिखाने जाएगी, होश उड़ाने वाली शौक नजर के जो पेच लड़ाने जाएगी. अरे बहन के इतना जेवर गहना, तेज हवा से बच के रहना, गिर जाए तो फिर ना कहना झुमका गिरा ले.
What Chumka? Last week we had like a double bill. We watched Barbie and Oppenheimer, and they both were amazing movies. Of course, I meant to do a review on them, but honestly, Rocky or Rani has taken my breath away. What Chumka? So, Rocky or Rani, the full form is Rocky or Rani की प्रेम कहानी. Alright.
तू लव करती है ना मेरे से, बस लव है तो सब है.
So it's not a DDLJ. It's not like any other Karan Johar film, though many people said, oh, it's just like a Karan Johar film, but it is not. Spoiler alert is going to totally happen, but you don't need me to give you, like, there's no such thing in this movie that will spoil it, because it's not a suspense. It's not like, oh, who done it? It's a love story between two people, but Karan Johar has broken, in my opinion at least, he has broken every single stereotype that you could. He's done the opposite of the good Indian Bahurani look. Jaya Bachchan as, oh, what a performance. Jaya Bachchan as the villain, and how the villain regrets, but she's not, there's no like tied up little chocolate box that you get in the end. The end leaves you wrenched of a grandmother who admits her pride but is still not a part of the celebration. That is one of my favorite parts of the movie, where the film didn't end with a chocolate boy film like, acha, we're all one happy family. Yes, they're happy. Yes, they're a family. But they're a family because they accept each other's brokenness, they forgive, they process. And I feel, I know this is going to sound sacrilege, but why can't we all be a little bit like Rocky and Rani? Now let's talk about Rocky. I don't know Ranveer Singh personally, but the impression that I've had of him is that he's a very, very good gentleman. He's a good man, and he's very loving and very kind. It seems like Karan Johar has taken Ranveer's personality and made him into a movie. The only difference between Rocky and what I think of what Ranveer Singh is in actual life is that Ranveer Singh knows how to speak in English. But apart from that, honestly, this is the biggest compliment I can give any man. But Ranveer Singh is like the ideal man that every woman wants to be with. Not in his roles that he's played in film. The way you see him, just conduct himself with love and respect and affection towards his woman, towards his mother, towards the women around him. It's really been like, I'm not in films but just as an observer, I have observed him to be a very respectful man. Rocky is exactly like that. He's a very respectful man, little outlandish, a little like broken English, a little, like lovable and kind and fantastic. And this is, I feel, one of the best movements of a hero I have ever seen. Like Amitabh Bachchan had Angry Young Man, Shah Rukh had Raj, Rahul, romantic. Everyone had different, like Hrithik had Dancer, but Ranveer Singh is the good boy who surprises everybody and is loving and caring and not too proud. Like in every single time that they break up, it's not because of him. He's genuine, heart on sleeve, loving. I think this is like every woman's fantasy. Every woman wants a husband, a boyfriend, a partner like him. And every mother wants a son like him. And what I love about the way Karan Johar has depicted him, it's not so easy for people with that personality, or that even though they look brash or they're not so polished, but they're loving and their heart is good. It's only Rani who's able to understand that. The family has to come and love, come to terms and love. My goodness. In the history of writing, I do not think there is a more beautiful character written for a man. I know I'm saying a lot of grand things, but this movie was not just, oh, I like the film, it's really beautiful, but every scene I was like, such a good film, such a good film, such a good film. And I have never said that. Even for Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, sorry. Rocky or Rani was astounding. Alia's character is so beautiful. I mean, not beautiful as in pretty, but just beautiful because she's dark and she's gray and she's like disrespectful and doesn't realize her mistake and then eventually realizes it, but not because she's the first person to say sorry. Such a lovely modern day again character that she's depicting. I really, 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 I used to say Karan Johar used to take advantage of our emotions, but in this case, Karan Johar has literally like spinned a fantasy movie that will never come true for most people in the world. Broken families hardly heal. Men will deal with their egos, women will be stepped on, and that's a reality that many of us need to live with. But movies are where you escape. And this was the most perfect escape. Lovers who, like the Dharmender and Shabana Azmi angle of they love each other, they're soulmates, but they can't be together, and they were together and they had moments together. And then he dies. Oh, wow. Like one of my favorite dialogues really sums up the whole movie is Dharmendra's dying words, don't break up the family. And where many films have been, it's all about the family, it's all about the family. Like Karan Johar's ideology actually, and his films depict that. But here it was don't break the family. Do whatever you can to not break the family. And I think this is one of the most beautiful modern masterpieces that I have ever had the privilege of sitting in a theater and enjoying every scene and every character written and every joke and every realization. It was not preachy. I felt compared to this, Barbie was a lot more preachy than Rocky or Rani. Just seamlessly light-hearted. He says everything that needs to be said for society. My daughter asked me, she's 10, she asked me a few questions after the film, and I said, this film is not a love story. It's a story about a family staying together and doing whatever they can to blend together and become one. It's a movie about families, but the modern take of what families are has completely changed. We do not have clean cut relationships, we have brokenness. And I really feel like he's captured the soul of humanity through this movie. I felt very elated when I watched this movie, and I feel like everybody should watch Rocky or Rani. Every man should watch it, every woman should watch it, every father, mother, sister, whoever. This has something for everyone. Again, I was talking to my daughter about it, and I said, this is not a feminist movie. This is a movie that is in the best interest for a man. It really is. And many would think, are yaar, women power and men are down. But if a man wants to live a successful life, he has to uplift his women. He has to uplift the women around him. I mean, if you're a man listening to this, you know that when your wife or your girlfriend gets angry at you, how your whole world crashes. And if your wife or your girlfriend is happy with you, how happy you are. So the power of life and death sometimes of your relationship or of your day lies in a woman's hand, and it is in your best interest. It is in a man's best interest to uplift a woman and love her, because the man will be complimented. And I think I see this in Ranveer Singh's life, and I see this in the way that Karan Johar has reflected it in the film, that it's not a feminist film. This is really saying, if I uplift my woman, she will uplift me and I will live a happy life. And whew, it was really, really good. And I think he gets very deep, but in such a light-hearted and love, like even the last part where she comes emotional and he's ready for the band baja and he says, stop everyone. This is an emotional moment. For a man to be, outlandish and still recognize emotions, oh, what a film. Really, really, really loved it. And I am astounded. I really it's I'm in shock at what a beautiful piece of cinema we have churned out. I believe in my heart that if we want society to get better, every woman, man, friend, father, mother, grandmother should go and sit and watch this movie, because it will really make humanity better. I know, I'm saying a lot, but I really, really believe this. Thank you for listening to my review of Rocky or Rani. I really think that it's a fun movie, really fun film. You'll be laughing from start to finish, and you'll be crying a lot as well, but not like Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum made me cry in every scene. I didn't like the film, but I cried from the start to finish. I felt manipulated. My emotions felt manipulated. But in this film, it wasn't like that. He was really empowering the audience, calling the audience to join him in narratives, in stereotypes, and how it challenges you about how we think of people and how we think of relationships, of how we think of what family is and what respect is. So yeah, so that's my little rant and review of why I believe that every single person should watch Rocky or Rani. You're listening to my podcast, Plan is Sang. Thanks for joining me. I will catch you in the next podcast. Bye.
तू लव करती है ना मेरे से? बस लव है तो सब है।
वे कमलिया, वे कमलिया, वे कमलिया मेरे नादान दिल। वे कमलिया, वे कमलिया, वे कमलिया मेरे नादान दिल। दो नैनों के पेचीदा सा गलियारे, इनमें खोकर तू मिलता है कहाँ? तुझको अंबर से पिंजरे ज्यादा प्यारे, उड़ जा कहने से सुनता भी तू है कहाँ? गल सुन लिया, गल सुन लिया, वे कमलिया मेरे नादान दिल। वे कमलिया, वे कमलिया, वे कमलिया मेरे नादान दिल, नादान दिल। क्या करना है तो प्यार कर, एक बार कर कमलिया, वे कमलिया, मन मर्जी करके देख ले, बदले में सब कुछ हार कर कमलिया, वे कमलिया।
तुझ पे खुद से ज्यादा यार की चलती है, इश्क है ये तेरा या तेरी गलती है? गर सवाब है तो क्यों सजा मिलती है?
जिन पे चल के मंजिल मिलनी आसान हो, वैसे रास्ते तू चुनता है कहाँ? कसती है दुनिया कसले फिक्रे ताने, उंगली पे आखिर गिनता भी तू है कहाँ? मर्जी तेरी जी भर